It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Robin Mines. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obiuchi, and welcome to November 1, All Saints Day, Halloween. If you are in America, you believe in that celebration. It's a brand new month, second to the last one of the year, and the year is pretty much over for a lot of people. There's hardly much that can be achieved for a lot of people, but we still look at government, especially since we had a new president this year. We're counting down every day because every day seems to be important in the life of this administration, and we have ministers confirmed now. We don't have portfolios for them yet, even though we have an idea what some of them might be getting. But maybe this week we'll find out who takes what, and then the government will be fully formed. I have here with me a special guest who's going to be talking about the week that was, of course, with the ministerial list and the confirmations and all of the drama that came with it. Isabella Akinseye, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
We can't, of course, we're going to be starting off with Rotimi Amaechi and the Senate. It was a very interesting day in the Senate. I mean, everything concerning the confirmation of, screening and confirmation of the Senate, of the ministerial nominees, was sort of tied around Amaechi for a lot of Nigerians who were watching. People wanted to see how that would play out. The screening was almost like an anticlimax because it was like, okay, there were no questions asked per se. But with the confirmation, the drama actually came, and we saw a walkout by the PDP senators. What did that mean for you?
As you said, it's all about drama, really. And I think Nigerians are used to seeing this drama. Maybe we thought that with this new administration, we'll see less of drama, more seriousness. There are a lot of pertinent issues that need to be discussed. But with the whole Saraki thing happening, you can almost imagine maybe there's some kind of bargain going on that if we allow this to happen, then you don't talk so much. So I think a lot of people who would have placed bets would have lost a lot of money because the PDP really came out strong, and one would have thought they would have had, the nerve to follow it through. But it was just a charade. Who knows? Maybe behind the scenes, everybody just hugs themselves and allow the Nigerian populace to just watch on.
I mean, after the confirmation and the walkout, we did see some of them having a laugh. Actually, both parties in the lobby of the National Assembly, when the reporter from Channels was giving a live update, we saw a few of the senators from the APC and the PDP shaking hands and laughing right after the walkout had just happened. So I definitely get your point there. But some people have said that the PDP got it wrong from the screening, even before the confirmation, when they refused to ask Amaechi any questions at all. Do you think that's what they blew it?
I think they were never serious in the beginning, because if they were serious and, let's look at the opposition, the APC. They were serious about getting into power and they followed it through. And maybe the PDP has never had to play this opposition role. So for them, they're still probably learning and it has not really dawned on them. For me, they weren't ready from the get-go, and you could see it because it was just, okay, let's just do some things for the camera. Let's try and convince people that let's shall do that kind of thing, so that they won't say, yes, so that they won't say that, oh, we didn't try. But as you said, the hugging and high-fiving, I mean, it just makes a mockery of the whole thing. But the walkout,
regardless of what it was, the walkout was a big statement, I would say, from the part of the PDP, wasn't it?
And what was the effect of the walkout?
At least they on their side of things, they were not a part of something they probably didn't believe in, if you can put it that way, which is confirming Rotimi Amaechi. Doesn't that stand for anything?
No, like you said, from the beginning, when they did not ask those vital and crucial questions, you could already see, like, if you were playing a game, like maybe football now, you see their tactics that, okay, these people, maybe they are delaying till the final, 20 minutes to score the goals. But what if you're not able to score the goals? Why don't you come out and start scoring the goals from the first minute and show seriousness? Maybe if Nigerians even saw that seriousness, they will even get behind them. But I think it's back to business as usual. This is not the first time we'll see this kind of drama in the Senate, so I'm not surprised.
Some of us are relieved that the screening is over. Let the Senate now get down to business, because for a lot of people, the 8th Assembly hasn't done anything pretty much. I mean, they took recess after recess after recess, and they came back and they've been confirming and screening ministers. So now probably things will start. You mentioned Saraki at the beginning there, and there's a lot still hanging around him. People say that he's part of the deal, whatever, if there was a deal, you know, with the screening and confirmation of all the ministers of the president. So he might be on the good side of his party again. How do you think that's going to go with him?
I definitely agree with that statement, because I just want to say watch and see. Let's see what's going to happen to Saraki. And as you said, the senators have been busy doing other things, like following him to the trial. I mean, who does that? In a developed country, all the senators cannot sit because they're all following their Senate president. It just brings up a lot of questions, and you wonder the seriousness of it all. Like, the lives are being lost every day. We need to move on from this whole ministerial screening and just get ready and work. That's for me the important thing.
You talk about working there. Let's move on now to something else that came up. To work, you definitely need money. But Mr. President did make a very interesting statement. Not so surprising for a lot of people, but surprising for some as well, saying that Nigeria was broke. And something that was quite interesting that he raised was the fact that not everybody who was confirmed as minister would hold a ministerial position. They would attend cabinet meetings, federal executive council meetings, because the constitution says they have to be there. But they might not necessarily hold office. I don't know how that... It's strange for me. I don't know if it is for you.
I think it's like reserve players that you tell them they're just going to be on the bench, but they will never get the opportunity to be substituted and come out to play. Then you ask yourself as a player, what's the point of going through all that training? And then somebody else, maybe because he's from a certain part of the country or has better relationships with the powers that be, now ends up being the one on the field. So I think it will be interesting to see what states actually have ministers. And
how the states react to that.
And I really hope he gets it right this time in terms of balancing the polity, because it's not necessary, on hitting it and people feeling that, okay, you're a president of the North or you're a president of the Northeast, what about the Southeast, because they didn't vote for you. So I think saying that whole thing about not having money, it's becoming like they will say, Allah, is story, really. First, you've blamed the past administration for the problems that we have. But I think we need to move on from what the past administration did and did not do to actually fulfilling those promises that were made. I mean, you have a mandate and you had that manifesto that got people voting for you at the polls. So please find the money whichever way. If you need to tax us, yes, tax us. But we need to work. We need those promises to be met, because let's face it, he has barely 3 years, because in the 4th year, he would be concerned with re-elections.
Yeah, but I understand your point, but isn't what he's doing trying to save money for Nigeria? I mean, people have likened it to the board of a company. You have executive directors and you have non-executive directors. They all sit at board meetings, but not everybody has a position they run or they hold in the office. So maybe that's probably what he's going for. Don't you think that's probably going to save us in the long run? I
think from a business perspective, to make money, you have to spend money. You have to invest. You have to... you just have to spend that money. People have to see your seriousness, and you have to get that money. We had high levels of foreign direct investment under the past administration. So that's something he can look into, getting those investors' confidence back, getting them to bring their money if we really don't have any money, and really diversifying the economy. Now is the time for the agriculture to take off. Now is the time for other non-oil sectors to really take off and bring out that money. And we're resourceful people. We're hardworking people, and I see Nigerians all over the world, and they make money even when, they say when there's a famine in the land, we will say there's a lifting up.
Very interesting there. I almost wanted to end that, but before we go, let's just quickly touch on the defections now. There's a lot of elections coming up soon. There's Bayelsa, there's Kogi. There most likely might be Rivers at this rate, and of course maybe Akwa Ibom, we don't even know. Well, with Bayelsa, we're hearing a lot of defections now, and it looks like PDP is getting more members, isn't it?
Well, what would you expect? I mean, the former president has been enjoying some goodwill since he's left office. He was on foreign assignment to Tanzania. He's back now in the country. And, even if Chief Clark, abandons him now, I'm sure the bulk of his people who actually benefited in the past administration will now rally around. And maybe they're not happy with this present dispensation. So they're saying, okay, let us unite and be one voice.
Okay, we were looking at all those elections, especially for INEC, to see how well they do, because we have a new, basically, board of the INEC to see how they hold the elections going forward. Thanks very much, Isabella, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You've always been a very good friend of the house, so we'll see you again very soon. We'll be right back with more right here on Rubbing Minds. Please stay with us.